Alright. I think we got everything sorted. Hopefully. Hopefully I got everything sorted. Today I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm ready for the rest of Class 7 is what's going on today. So this is part 3 of 3. And we're not going to be doing any more Class 7s after this. There aren't any more, obviously. But tomorrow is going to be Class 1600, which is going to be quite exciting. There was a DNF last time, and we're going to be doing that car first, but I'll wait until a couple more people join up in the stream. But yeah, welcome everybody to the showcase. Once again, it feels like I've been doing this every weekend for a while now, and I kind of have. Hey, Goofy and Rob, welcome to the stream. We got the regulars here, which is great. Before we go too far, I just want to quickly load up something that is really loud. Hey, Buzzy, how's it going? Just want to make sure that this vehicle that I have gotten, called the Egg, actually works this time. It should. Okay, good. Alright. I have managed to fix it. That's a good sign. I gotta do some stuff real quick. So this needs to be turned down. And everything else I think is good. Get to drive his Gladiator? Hey, that's exciting. No, that'd be awesome to post some pics of that Gladiator, those ATVs or UTVs, tractors. I think we're pretty much into like anything related to that sort of stuff. Just as a community, I definitely would say post up all your cool stuff on on the Discord. I kind of like, in terms of interests, I tend to bounce around a lot. I like to say I've got automotive ADD, which is attention deficit disorder. I'm not serious, I don't actually have ADD, but it would be, I could definitely be diagnosed with that when it comes to cars and my interest in terms of cars, because I jump around so much. Like sometimes I'm interested in trucks and sometimes I'm interested in sports cars. I was looking at convertibles for a while there. I was like, yes, I'll definitely buy a convertible one day. And then I realized that I hate convertibles and I probably won't buy one unless it's purpose made. But anyways, let's get into this. Thank you everybody for joining. We only have a couple, well, I say a couple, there's like 20-ish Class 7 cars left. I don't know exactly how many. I counted them before and I've forgotten. But we're going to start off with the Egg, so let's just get that loaded up in the time trial. Yes, Egg. The fastest time currently that we're rolling with, I believe, is 2:14 for this class, which is actually, we have several 2:07s. Ooh. Okay, so several cars with 2:07s are the fastest that we've done so far. Hey Turbo Crash, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so according to this list here, we have two 2:07s, the fastest one being by British Nut. Is there anything faster than that? I'm not sure. But it's, well, it's going to be an interesting, interesting last part of this thing here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat 2:07, but I will give it my best. Up next, though, is this car right here, the Baja Duke Egg. It was exported last time using the original name, and okay, Buzzy, true. We might break some records, depending on how good I am today. Sometimes my driving is worse. Stream to stream, it gets worse. But, yeah, so last time I exported this car as per its original name, and it had quotes in it, and that breaks it when it goes into beamng. So, PSA, don't put quotes in your car name in automation. But let's give her a go. This will be the first run of the day. It feels like it's been a while since I was on this course, but at the same time, it's like deja vu. I've been here before. We were here on Tuesday doing the midsection of the Class 7, so it really hasn't been that long. So, talking about the egg, it's brown, which is interesting. There are brown eggs. I actually have no idea what determines the color of the egg. Does the chicken color determine the color of the egg? But anyways, the car has ESC, so it's interesting that that works out that way. Back when I was a kid in elementary school, I had a friend who lived on a farm, and his dad had chickens. And so I used to go over there sometimes on weekends and help out with his farm. And yeah, I remember helping out with the eggs a little bit. He used to sell them mostly just locally to random people whoever wanted eggs. It would be like the, hey, you got the egg hookup for cheap farm fresh eggs. But it was fun. It was fun to work on a farm. And he had a variety of chickens and stuff, but nothing crazy. It wasn't like a big cow farm or anything like that. This is Ontario we're talking about here. Yeah, I guess that shows how little I know about animals, doesn't it? I like to say whenever my wife is talking about pets or something like that, it's like, no, I'm not good with flesh and blood. I'm better with metal and oil. It's a pretty brutal way to say it. Oh my goodness. The egg is actually not slow despite having ESC, by the way. This is a speedy egg. That is very strange, Goofy, but interesting knowledge there about chickens. I had zero idea. You know what? This is actually an excellent run. Oh my goodness. It's so close to the finish, just send it. But yeah, excellent run apart from that to start off the showcase here. So, for those talking about animals, for those of you who don't know, I have a pet hedgehog, which is a bit of a weird pet, and I've since learned that they're actually illegal in some states. But yeah, we don't drink, we don't live in the States, so it doesn't particularly matter. 334. Not a bad time for the egg, but we're moving down to the LC 75 4, probably 4.5. It was difficult to get all the spacing right with this. LC. Yep, 4.5 V8, boys, naturally aspirated. Yeah, so I have a pet hedgehog that we got from a friend of my mom's, kind of by accident. We weren't actually looking for a hedgehog, but she just happened to have hedgehog babies, and we kind of wanted one. Sometimes it's hard to tell when I'm joking. But yeah, no, I joke a little too much, maybe. But hedgehogs are very interesting pets. She's basically like a cat, except spiky, and sleeps 16 hours of the day, pretty much. Oh, look at this! Lots of detail. Kenworth on the windshield there. That black color is like extremely dark. I don't know how that's working. The contrast is off. But let's see what this one will do. Made by Nick with Knock. A 4x4 Land Cruiser, I'm assuming is what LC stands for. Vanta Black, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. This is the darkest black possible. The deepest shade. Oh my goodness. Well, that was the deepest front flip I've ever seen in my life. I gotta go a little bit slower through there. I'm just realizing I think my donation scroll thing has literally been the exact same 3 donations this entire time. I gotta update that to include super chats. That is unfortunate. That's been going on for like 10 hours of streaming, and it has been here the entire time. Well, rip. Okay, talking about the Land Cruiser, 4.5 naturally aspirated V8. You can still make a lot of power even without quality sliders with a big V8 in automation. And oh, that was a bounce. There we go. I think this is going to be an interesting run. This one has some interesting suspension, but I was trying to say there before, it's got pretty good power. I don't feel any like need for more power. It's just all about that suspension limiting, I guess. It's very bouncy at the rear. Oh, and the front. And everywhere else. Send it. Okay, I'll do one more run. I'll do one more run. So there was some discussion in the Showcase channel about the... excuse me, I'm dying slowly. I'm actually drinking some fruit punch today, so we're all sipping. But it's extremely sweet. I didn't realize that it would be so sweet. I'm dying a little bit. But there's some discussion about the ESC stuff and the ESC predicament as well. I think, I don't know, for the future, I really don't mind the ESC on rule. It's like if you put it on, then it stays on type thing. It's basically then it's up to the builder whether or not they want me to use ESC with their car or not. But this one is a good example of like a ghost ESC. The label is there, but the ESC isn't actually functional. It likely has ABS or something instead of traction control. Because traction control is the stuff that's ruining runs. ABS is not. But anyways, basically, I think what we're going to have to do for the future is I'm going to have to say... It's like, yeah, I'm going to leave ESC on, so if you put it on, it'll stay on, and then hopefully that'll be my, like, lawyer thing to do, where you're just like, oh, you can't complain because I put it in the original document type thing. I don't know. This showcase has been good. There was a little bit rough at the beginning, but so far it's been good. I just think that clarity of rules is more important than ever. Gonna have to be specific about things in the future, and as much as I want to keep the word count on the rules short, stuff like that seems necessary. So yeah, we'll have to see how it goes, but the next showcase isn't going to be for a while just because of time constraints. Basically, I've got to renovate a room in my basement, and I need pretty much every moment to get that done until it's finished. Alright, pretty decent run out of the Land Cruiser. It's bouncy and kind of difficult to keep straight, so I've been going a little bit slower than I probably could have if I just went all out. Just pedal down and just slammed it. That is a 2 minute 32 second decent run. 2:32.257. Next one is made by Turbo Crash, who is in the stream. Yeah, you'll just have to jump back. I think I have the setting on so you can do that. This is the Dune Smasher. Dune Smasher MK73 V8. That is the correct one. You spent days to make this car off-road capable. The interior took a lot of time too. Okay, we'll check out the interior just quickly. Yeah, no, I agree, Rob. We got to be more specific about things. It was like an assumed rule, basically, but obviously, with a lot of people just entering for the first time, they're not going to know. So, I don't know. Every showcase we learn something new, and then whether or not we actually apply those learnings is a whole different story. All right, Dune Smasher. I'm just gonna start and then look at the interior, and we'll restart again. Yeah, no, you did a great job on the interior. It looks great. It honestly just looks like a regular sort of buggy. Funny to see that it has heat and AC. Oh, and look at what's hiding back there too. That's cool. Yeah, crank windows as well. All right, we'll restart that run, and then take a quick look at it. Nice livery as well. Frankenstein Energy has been a common sponsor this showcase. Let me see what I can do with it. Looks like this one's plain and simple all-wheel drive. Nothing, nothing too crazy going on, and that is generally a good thing. So far, I gotta say, I think your days of tuning were worth it. Mostly in the sense that it feels pretty smooth to run so far. No problem with bumps. Nice and soft, but not too soft. Very controllable. And hopefully a decent run out of it. Okay. Now I'm noticing the entire undershielding on the body. That's cool. I think that was my fault. Yeah, Aero is extremely easy to exploit, true. That really only matters for road-based showcases. Like, I remember way back in the day, even before 3D fixtures when we were doing stuff, where people would just stack wings all on top of each other, like 20 wings, and that would be the only way to get any like decent downforce. And cars with 20 wings would do better than cars with 2 wings or 3 wings, and it legit became a problem. I don't know how we would cap that. We'd have to say like Aero on the front and the back at 500 kilometers an hour or something like that is capped at 300 kilos, whatever. It would have to be like that specific to be able to get it to work. By the way, beautiful jump there. That was excellent. Okay, I'm gonna go hard on this bumpy section. I want to see what the suspension can do. That tip that I had before, I believe, was my fault. I don't think that was, particularly the car's problem. I think this is going to get a good time, though. I think this is going to be one of the top few. If I can keep it together. Oh, man, the back likes to pop up. So we're talking about Aero, and now I've just screwed it. Oh, one more run. One more. I'm going to send it real hard this time. Yes, I am driving one hand while sipping fruit juice in the other. Man's gotta do what a man's gotta do to get hydrated. Dun dun dun. We're in the desert. Okay. No movie voice today. Alright, sending it as hard as possible. If I send it too hard, this is the 3rd run, so you know it's just gotta make it. Time might not be beautiful if we do a little flip. Oh, that was a little bit loose there. I thought that was over. In a world. Yeah. I like to make a lot of weird voices. I don't do it on YouTube. Oh my goodness. But for my wife, she has to endure a lot of, like, mockery of famous voices and stuff from me. It's a bit of a hobby of mine in the background. Oh my goodness, actually the jump has tweaked the right front. We are pulling slightly to the right as I drive through these sections. It's not too bad, but it definitely is present. Second gear is pretty much at home with this thing off on this course here. Oh, don't you dare lose it. There we go. I keep hitting little bushes. It's causing problems. Good time, though. Good time. Come on. Come on. That's 204. Oh. Sending it. Full send. Aggressive. 212. Oh, no. Yeah, 212, 6. That was a good time. That was actually quite a good time. For this class specifically. That would put you into... so we got the two 207s. Is there anything... 212.9, so you're faster than that. Is that third place? That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. I just want to see... Yeah, so those 207 times are legit here. You can see those two cars, so... I think 212 might be third place. So, yeah, very, very well done. Okay, yeah, I guess we could do that for arrow stuff. Yeah, apologies for, I guess... I mean, that's sort of the problem with releasing the track is... Now you know how fast it actually is, so you can see how terrible my times are. The next one is by Butterfly. It is Nisumi Haramonia? Pronunciation withheld. Man, it feels so good to be looking at the bottom of the list. It's not like I've been hating these cars or anything like that, but we're so close. So close to finishing Class 7, and we can get into the little Beetles and stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Or all the Fiats. How fast it could be, yeah. See, I always, and I've said this multiple times throughout the streams that I've been doing, I always invoke Consider. He used to upload. He doesn't really do it anymore. But he said before that all these cars are driven with equal incompetence, and that's exactly how I feel. It's like I'm the one who's driving them all. It's my effort through it all. So if you do better, then you just know that if you drive any of these ones, you probably will do better than my time too. This one has trailer hitches on the front, which is an interesting stylistic choice. One thing I've been meaning to do, actually, now that we're in this about 20 minutes, is see how the latest video is going. You just reminded me that I even posted a latest video. Oh, pretty good, actually. Excellent. All right, let's run this one and see how it does. You're going for a more deep brown look? Yeah, I know. BeamNG kind of butchers the car look, so your brown egg was thoroughly brown. Okay, this one is all-wheel drive, turbo, which means it's a 3.4 something. Wow. Sounds fast, though. Feels fast. Oh my goodness. Yes, actually that went way smoother than I thought it would. I thought that was it. This car, small bumps, absolutely the enemy. There we go, beautiful. Today is the day for some killer times, at least hopefully. We might even be able to crack that 207 in the Class 7 stuff, which would be cool. Oh my goodness. Let's try again. There we go. I'm trying to make a funny car. Hey, that's cool. If you want to make something with 10,000 horsepower, I have a video up recently teaching you how to do that. I actually managed to make 18,000 Newton meters of torque. Not saying that the engine actually worked, but it is possible. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, I kind of figured out in the latest video that maximum power is roughly determined by the torque rating and not by anything else. Like, because of the way that the components are, your torque level is really what determines how much power you can make. And I believe the maximum is like 9,000 something, and that's as high as it goes for torque, Newton meters. Oh, goodness. Alrighty. This is going to be a fast run if I can keep it controlled for the rest of the stage. This car feels good, like even though it's a converted car to Baja, it legit feels like it's got some decent suspension. Maybe a little firm, probably not enough travel, but it's decent. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to keep her straight on some of these bumps. Oh yeah, I got some cool stuff I wanted to talk about. So, I collect old consoles. And, yeah, I'll check those out in a bit, Goofy, appreciate it. I collect old consoles, and, oh my goodness, this might actually be a good time. My mum works at a thrift store as a volunteer, and they tend to just throw out stuff that they can't test. Okay, never mind. 217. Not a bad time, but not the greatest time I was thinking it would be. Yeah, they tend to just throw out stuff that they can't test, and because the people who work there are usually quite old, they don't really know what gaming systems are. Next one is the Goop. It's the Supreme version, the hopefully faster than the last version, made by Kingrit. Yeah, Kingrit or Kinrit. Hey, be excited. It'll be in a bit, probably, hopefully not an hour, but we'll see. So yeah, my because my mom is there, and I guess she has sons, we told her about the consoles and stuff, and she's like, oh yeah, if they throw them out, I'll just take them. So we've managed to get so far a PS2, a PS3, a PS4, and a Super Nintendo out of this deal, which is amazing. And because obviously it's a charity thrift store, if we find out that these systems are working, then we just kind of like give them money as though we bought it from the store instead of taking it out of the garbage. So it's not totally free, but the PS2, the PS3, and the PS4 were broken. So I just like, yeah, they're going to the bin anyways. I'll take them for my own purposes. I've managed to fix the PS2, at least to make it turn on. But I haven't tested it yet. Oh man, ESC. Come on. This is unfortunate. This is extremely unfortunate. The traction control is holding this up. I'm just gonna take a sip now. There we go, there we go. Oh my goodness. Yes, there we go. We got the speed in. Oh man, this thing is quick once you get going. Holy crap. This thing is honestly just a rally car. Like, it's not really Baja, but it's definitely fast on the flat portions, other than the fact that I'm losing all of its under trays. Who needs under trays anyway? Oh, that's unorthodox. Oh my goodness. Wow, that needed some help there. I'm gonna have to be more careful. Yeah, I think so, TurboCat. It's legit, like, the turbocharged cars, because of the way ESC works with traction control, it just doesn't want to work. There we go, there we go. It really is just about building momentum. You gotta get that momentum up, and then you're set. Like, because of that start, the car is gonna struggle immensely to get a really good time. But with momentum, it is fine. Like, if we started this course on a downhill instead of an uphill on a sandy section, then it probably wouldn't have been a bit of the same issue as we're having now. Some cars with ESC are just terrible, especially if you have different sized wheels on the front and the back. It just seems to destroy it, as our testing indicates. Okay, I'm gonna keep this one straight through here. Oh, that's clean. Oh, that was very clean. Okay, I think second gear's where this thing is the happiest. I'm just gonna drop it and leave it. Oh, and it died. Come on. Alrighty. That could be my fault. I could have missed that shift. I'm kind of interested to know... well, we did run some a while ago with the Sportsman class. But the other 16... Okay. Yeah, it's broken. I'm going to go for that last run. The 1600 class, which is going to be tomorrow, is going to be a very interesting one because of the engine limitations. It's 1.6 liter limitations. And that's turbocharged or not, just 1.6 liters, whatever you wanted to do. So the cars are going to be wildly varying depending on how hardcore people went with that. Every engine is a boxer. Every engine is maximum 1.6 liters. And it just means that it's going to be very, very interesting to see how people took that. Whether they went for more stroke or more bore. It's whether they went turbo or not. The cars are very small, and the wheelbase on them is not big, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope to see some good times, though. Okay, this is the last run for this car, so I gotta try to not die during it. Jump again. A little bit aggressive, actually. Those trees are absolutely my enemy. They do not help me in the slightest. Screw you, nature! No, I'd be saying that today. Actually, yesterday it was negative 30 something with wind chill out here. Like, it's just absolutely freezing. The coldest day of the year so far, but it was ridiculously cold. Does the... Okay, this might not be the right question to ask on stream, but does the company... I see the Mooters on the back, but you know the real version of that. Do they actually exist anymore? Like, I thought they were done. I thought it was finished. I had no idea that they are still functioning. There is one of those stores in Barrie, Ontario, as will be known by some people here. But yeah, it's been closed down for a long time, and I just assumed that all of the actual main companies were just done. Oh my goodness. Okay, this has not been the best of times for this car, but it is difficult to get through. 249. Yeah, I've driven by it a bunch of times too, and I've done some work in that area. And that store has been closed for a while. Right on the water. It would have been nice, but... Yeah, I don't think people are going there for the food, to be honest, but I don't really see the point. I guess it's like a boys club. Next one is made by Thermal Ops. It's the Pygmy Rojo Go. Lovely. Yeah, I think you're right, Rob. The That last one would be a lot better just on pavement or just on a like flat dirt track. Some sort of rallycross circuit, but definitely not Baja. It's not made for Baja. Double checking the new video stats again. Doing well. I'm pleased. Alrighty then. This one is a a van with sliding doors from the looks of things. This is gonna be interesting. Massive wheels though, so I've got hope that it'll do well. 4-wheel drive as well. Let's see. Okay, actually, you know what? It's not bad. The gears are really short, which is why I'm already up in the third. But I don't think that's going to be bad for it. Oh, that might be, though. Yikes. Let me try that again. I'm going to have to be careful around a lot of these turns. Okay, here is where I have to keep off the throttle. Don't you dare flip over. There it is, okay. Back in business. The mud flaps are wiggling so much. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this one is, I've been talking about ride height as being important during the showcase. This one has too much ride height. It's almost a rock crawler height. If you notice actual trophy trucks, like they're tall, but they're not huge. They're not rock crawlers. Like the whole purpose of being tall with a rock crawler is so your wheels touch things and the body doesn't. And then also you get more suspension articulation when it doesn't smack into the fenders. But for Baja, like, you want to be tucked almost, and then have your suspension articulation inside of the body as it jumps out. Sort of like what we saw with a lot of the trophy trucks. Like the wheels articulate into the body. Ooh, this is good. This is good. Oh my goodness. Attempting to concentrate here to try and get this thing through. I believe this is the third run already, so if I screw up, then it keeps going, and I don't want to have to do a gimped lap. That isn't never really my goal, to be doing laps with vehicles that are upside down and all this. Or three-wheelers, or whatever else. Oh, that's bumpy. Oh man, it landed hard. The left wheel is screwed up, but we're coming into town for a 219. Not a bad time, actually, not bad. 219, 235. Up next, we got the Peugeot 106. Oh, there we go. Oh, made by Joret 35. More rallycross cars coming through, but hey, it's gonna be good. Oh, goodness. Still on that quest to beat 207. If we can beat 207 for this class, that would be very, very good. Hey, we got 30 people watching. Welcome to the stream, everybody. If you're just here from the latest video, then please tell me what you think of it. You should have been able to watch the whole thing by now. It's only 24 minutes. Although I didn't announce that I was streaming until the end of the video, so maybe that was a mistake. 35 turbo. There we go. Okay, no ESC to worry about. Just speedy French car things. All-wheel drive as well, I had to double check. Oh, that was a bounce. I could kind of just tell when we're going into it. It's like, yep, this is gonna hurt. But actually, not bad so far for something so small. It doesn't deal with the... Oh, that's a bush. It doesn't deal with the bumps super well, but it does bounce decently. It's landing these bounces, which is a good thing. The ultimate bounce is up ahead, though. Let's see. The biggest bounce in the entire course. Clean. Very nicely done. It might actually summon Anna. You never know. Our resident 206 owner. No, I think it's going to summon a whole bunch of white flags. Giving up early. Make it half the track and then just give up. Okay. It didn't like that comment. Come on back. I actually don't think so. Now that you're mentioning it, you'll have to run through the spreadsheet. You should be able to search it. Oh my goodness! Self-righting strategy used. But I think I lost all the rally gear there. In one foul swoop, I lost pretty much everything. One thing I really like about this car is the vents on the rear window. I think that's super well done. They're actually the same material as the window, so they're still transparent. It's really cool. Very nice detail. And the blue roll cage is fun too. Alright, let's send her home. 227. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. For a car... pretending to be a Baja race car, that ain't bad. Alright, up next we got the Nazbits, let me attempt to repronounce that. The Hito Motors SA Turbo something. The Hito Motors SA Turbo. Another rally car, let's see how this one does. And attempting to repronounce that, it's Nabizit? Nabes it? It's one of those or something entirely different. Oh man. I'm looking forward to tonight because hopefully I'm going to have some time to play some games. It's been a while. Alright. I want to play some more Elden Ring. Let's get into the Hito Motors, or Hito. Japanese. I love that front end. That is really nice. It almost looks like a Celica, the four-wheel drive Celica. Let's do it. All-wheel drive, no ESC. Big power, double tow hooks. Let's do it. Oh, that was a hard bump. It's a little low for these larger bumps. Oh, that's bouncy. That's very bouncy. I almost regret saying that Class 7 is like taking your Honda Civic to to Baja, because some people took me seriously. Whoa, that's bad. Okay, yeah, no, we just lost a wheel. I don't think we're coming back. I just noticed the entire underside is pink. That's Interesting. Salmon pink under there. Yeah, I feel like sometimes I should be more careful about what I say, because some people actually did it with the like 106 that we just did, and this. Even though this doesn't seem to be based on a real car, it's still that same sort of style. And then I believe that there is actually a car that is a Honda Civic for Baja, but it's barely changed. It's I ended up disqualifying it for something. I don't remember what it is, but it's in the list in the bottom there. But it was literally just like a stock Honda Civic. That would have been really, really awful, but kind of hilarious at the same time. People literally taking me at my word. Okay, something that's a little bit of a funny detail is the gauges, or I guess there's switches on the interior. They light up when I hit the brakes. You can see I just did it twice there. Just be watching those and you'll know when I light up the pedals. Oh my goodness. Okay, one more try. This is what I'm talking about. You can see at the bottom there, it's lighting up as I do that. It's an interesting detail. Nightmare Civic. Sounds fun. From the Tuner Showcase. Well, that was a while ago. That was a while ago. I've been meaning to take some time to enter some people's user challenges. Yeah, the Tuner Showcase was fun. If you want to see that, you'll have to look at the VOD, but yeah, there's a lot of cool showcases that we've done in the past. But what I was just saying, the user challenges is another way to get in on these sort of events without having to be going through my like rigorous grading process and stuff to try and kick you out. I'm pretty sure like the user showcase stuff or user events, they only get a couple, usually like 10-ish submissions, so a little bit more personal. Like for me, it's legit hard to to make any connection to the cars I'm driving because I'll have driven 170 of them by the end of this, and we're fairly close to that actually. Uh-oh, this is the last run. Roll yourself. Thank you very much. Okay, I forgot that this is the troll under the bridge. That kind of sounds like something Overlord would say. Oh! I'm kind of skipping the bumps on the sides here. For better or worse, we're moving. Oh my goodness, that's bouncy. Full send, not into the rocks though. Full power. Yeah, I like the way that one was styled, but not quite ready for Baja. It's more like a... yeah, it's more like a rally car. Which is fine, just not quite ready for this showcase. Let's go to the Bronco Sportsman. Bronco Sportsman Baja, yes. Now we got a big Baja truck. Taking a break from the small stuff. This one is made by Craven Jester 779. Apologies for the yawns. I slept in today, I probably shouldn't have. Sleeping in is good, sometimes, but, yeah, it's better to wake up consistently. Alright, Sportsman Baja, very lovely shade of burnt orange. I remember, okay, this is mostly for people who are in North America, because I don't think they made these anywhere else, but the Chevy Avalanche used to come in a burnt orange color, and I remember I wanted one so bad when they came out. I was like, man, they're making orange cars. Orange is my favorite color, but I wanted one really badly, mostly just because of the color. Only some, like, orange cars actually look good, though. Like, if you think about it, it's like you're going to be driving this orange vehicle every day, every scenario, whatever it is. It's got to be a good kind of orange. Like, flamboyant, fluorescent orange is not going to be a good color option unless it's a weekend car. So that sort of darker burnt orange is nice. I think the Cobalt got it, too. Oh, goodness. Okay. There we go. That was a heck of a jump. But anyway, yeah, there aren't that many cars that offer an orange color anymore. I know Rams, you can get this, like, fluorescent highlighter orange, which is hilarious. Yeah. I don't know. They have so many custom order colors, like, you can pretty much get what you want. Same way with Porsche. Obviously, you can pretty much get whatever color you want. The funny thing about Porsche is, like, the options on them are just insane. You want a base model, whatever, it's going to be, like, say 90,000. Then you can put another 90,000 worth of options on the car, which is completely pointless in the grand scheme of things. CRZ. CRZ is an interesting car. Hybrid. Oh. But like a weird hybrid as well. Not what we would consider to be a standard hybrid these days. No, are you kidding me? It's so close to the finish, I'm just sending it. That was a good run though, 216. It would have been even better had I not crunched it at the end there. 216.325. Very nice. Up next, Turbo Cat's Chevy Tracker. EVY. That's an R. EVY. There you go. Whew. Okay. Beautiful. Lancer Evo RX-8. Orange Camaro. Yeah. Last night, I don't usually stream Fridays. No, I don't usually stream at all, actually. Wow, we actually only have a couple cars left. That's 6, 7, 10, 14 left. Too many turbos running today, too many. But I appreciate both turbo entries. Hey, that's cool, TurboCat. I was also gonna... Sorry in advance, ESC. No, I apologize to you for the not good time due to the ESC. This thing is a super short wheelbase, which is gonna be fun. Chevy Trackers in real life are actually decent off-road vehicles. Okay, let's go for it. We're gonna do the old side trick with the ESC. There it is. My uncle actually used to have a Tracker as well. I think it was a 4-door, though. It wasn't a 2-door. Although I don't think this generation was in 4-door, so maybe I'm misremembering. Actually, no, he had one of these ones in 2-door, and then he had a newer version afterwards in 4-door, and then he ended up getting like a Buick Encore or whatever it is. For whatever reason, he's a little bit into these sort of small GM SUVs. Oh, that was bad. But I remember thinking it was cool when I was a kid. I see that you've done quite an interior on this one as well. Just looking on the inside. That's cool. It is pretty rare that I hit the fence, so consider that to be a a decent rarity. Hey Goofy, welcome, or thank you for watching the stream. Appreciate it for sticking around. The newer trackers were based on the, actually I think they were all based on Suzuki's. But I forgot what this Suzuki is called. It's like a Grand Vitara or something. Not sure which Suzuki specifically, but yeah, those ones probably rusted away, but it was a legit, like, body-on-frame off-road vehicle. And I just think that's kind of cool. Plus, with Japanese origins, it's a little bit different than the usual GM quality. Okay, come on now. To be honest, even though my family tends to lean towards GM a little bit, especially my dad, I don't really like GM stuff that much. Not saying I dislike it, but it's more like, eh. For most of their cars, especially all of their SUVs, they're kind of just like, ugh, I would never buy one. Especially the modern ones. Chevy truck though, or a GMC? Probably. They're just a little bit underwhelming in my eyes. The old saying for GM, I think, runs way too true, that they'll run poorly forever. They're just never quite right. Oh, that's bouncy. So bouncy. Keep it together. When I was working for a construction company, I was touring around the province, basically, in a company vehicle. And some of the guys, they had GMs. I had a Ford. But some of the guys had GMs, and they were decent trucks for sure, but the 4.6, or it was a 4.3 liter Vortec was not as fast as our Ford trucks. Don't ask me how I found out. Okay. 238. There you go. Next one, we got the Xeron Yukoi. Made by Slug Summoner. RION. That would be this one. Another one of these vehicles where it's split into two different variants for two different classes. 5-speed manual Grand Vitara with automatic transfer case. Very cool. Yeah, I guess. I think you could have those with an inline 4, which would have been a GM inline 4, or a V6. But yeah, either way, you're not getting much power out of that kind of SUV. Okay, I may as well finish this. We're sipping hard today, boys. Alright, Russian license plate, let's do it. Oh man. Interesting mounting position for the fuel. Directly on the window. This thing sounds absolutely awful. Oh my goodness, that exhaust note is horrendous. Alright, just go for it. I don't know. I have a bit of an interest in these sort of Japanese crossover vehicles. Oh goodness, that was not ideal. Alright, give her another try. One of the problems with this is that it revs to 9,000 something. That's actually not a bad idea to send them the address to the police department. It's like, hey, could I have your home phone number? Literally give them like the police like helpline or something. Or a local pizza joint. Alright, we got this. I think if I can get past this section, it won't be too bad. That was not enough speed. Oh my goodness. It has not self-corrected. Oh, actually, never mind. But it's thoroughly tweaked. Yeah, no, when they ask for your info, I think, especially if you know it's a scam, it doesn't feel too bad to just kind of send them whatever info, just random stuff. Other than, like, I wouldn't send them people's info that you know. Like, it's like, oh man, I hate this guy, I'll send his phone number out to every scammer. I think that's a little bit too vindictive. But, I mean, I wouldn't feel as bad with a business. I don't know. Maybe that's immoral. Okay, this, by the way, is the run for this car. I'd have to get it through. Last two did not go so hot. Oh my goodness. Keep it together. I'm gonna try to go around the thing. Oh. I'm just gonna quickly roll it over. I see they're attempting to sell you a table saw for $350. That's kind of... So what's the scam then? Are they basically just like, hey, send us money for the table saw and you'll get all these prizes? Is that what the scam is? Seems very strange. The other day, I was at the grocery store with my wife. Oh, okay. Strange. That's very strange. I was at the grocery store with my wife, and some random lady came up to us and was like, here, take this flower. And, I mean, people just kind of naturally take things, I think. Like, if you try to pass somebody something, they'll probably take it. Even if they're not really thinking about it, they're just going to kind of reach for it anyways. So that's exactly what I did. I just reached for it and I touched it, and my wife was like, no, don't take it, we don't want it, and the lady went away. And then my wife explained to me that it's like, no, this is a common like scam that they do in other countries where they'll give you something sort of implying that it's free, and then they'll ask you for money for it. So once you take it, which is a very interesting way to do things, I guess. Obviously very dishonest. But having never really been to a lot of countries, especially not ones where you fall for these kind of things, it was totally weird to have that happen in the parking lot of a grocery store. I was like, wow, this is weird. I felt like an idiot, though. It's kind of easy for it to fall for scams, especially physical ones like that. Some people are too trusting. I guess I can be like that sometimes too. We're getting the full scam details now. Just try and get him to send you his info, and then you can give that to all the rest of the scammers. Alright, next one is the Shinto Terraformer. Made by Rice Cooker. Terraformer. Farmer. Close enough. It farms the ground. Two for 600. I like the way that this chat is going. I appreciate the desire to scam the scammers. We talked about it before, but there's this whole like YouTube channel thing dedicated to that, scamming scammers. It is fun to see people who are taking advantage of people who are vulnerable be taken advantage of, but at the same time, it's like it's just depressing as well. Fueled by eco-friendly bioethanol. Interesting. Very nice livery on this one as well. Yeah, good point. So this thing looks like it's prepped for Baja. I love the cut in the back. I think that's really well done. And I think it's going to be an interesting runner. It looks like it has a full interior as well. Oh, it has no interior view. Okay, let's do it. My goodness, is the gearing just that short, or is it having issues revving? Strange. So big vehicles like this tend to do really well in this course because they handle the small bumps really easily. This one being a short wheelbase, I'm not so sure if it's going to be able to do that, but so far so good. No real issues. Yeah, no, it could be eco-friendly used motor oil or something. If it's a diesel, you could probably run it on like fryer grease. It's like the classic 7.3s and various other Cummins engines that'll run on basically anything. I think that's extremely cool that diesels are able to be tuned for that kind of stuff. It's like the ultimate survival vehicle is just powered by literally anything. I think the US military has some vehicles like that as well, like dirt bikes that'll run jet fuel and diesel and various other things. It's cool to have vehicles that'll pretty much run on anything. I think that's where electricity sometimes is not as good in a survival situation as just straight up anything. Somebody calling my name? Yes, Claus. What is it? What is it that you desire? Is it your car? Did you even enter something? 154 was the last checkpoint there, which generally indicates that this is going to be a decent run. 204, not bad. Oh, she jumps good. Let's get across the line. 212. 212.7. That's a good run. Is that third place? 793. Does that... No, it actually does not beat out Turbo Crash. Just barely. Yikes. Okay. Rage Rover. Rage Rover Class 7. Let's give it a try. Used to be able to ask restaurants for their used fryer oil. Yeah, I think I've seen people on YouTube do that, where they basically just run used McDonald's fryer oil in their diesels. Diesel that runs on swamp mud? How? What's combustible in swamp mud? Like if you think about it, like fuel just basically needs to be an energy source. That's why like diesels, a lot of them will run on pretty much anything. Some diesels can even run on gas. not well, but it'll do it. Okay, Range Rover by Drop Insane. No ESC to worry about. I'm yawning in the middle of the run. That does not mean the car's boring. I like the livery on this one as well. I think this is another well-prepped for Baja Range Rover. Or should I say Rage Rover. Very aggressive hood on this thing. Come on. Full power. Speed. Friendship. Oh, that's way too much. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Hold on a sec. Oh man, it pops up when you put on the gas. I didn't know that about fryer oil. I guess it has to be thin to be similar to what diesel is, because, well, diesel is a liquid, right? But oil can get really thick if you just let it sit. I know there is a process to it, like it's not just like drop it in. If you want your engine to run well, you have to get special like filters and stuff to filter the oil properly so you don't get particulates in your fuel. Gum up your injectors. Okay, hold on a sec. I would like to know more about diesel engines, but it seems like diesel's kind of dying a little bit. People are selling off their diesel cars for cheap out here because diesel is like twice as expensive as regular gas, and the fuel savings of running diesel are basically just like non-existent anymore because... Oh, wow, okay. Looks like we're gonna need that third run. I gotta be more careful. But the fuel savings of running diesel over gas basically don't exist anymore. Unless you can make your own. Oh my goodness, okay. I gotta keep this one together, which means generally driving a little bit slower to avoid death. Full send, full send. Holy crap, that was a save and a half there. Oh my goodness, that was ridiculous. So I want to test out a theory at some point in automation where heavier vehicles are more durable than lighter ones. Even though heavier vehicles are heavy, I'm curious because it seems like they might be more durable. I don't have any data to back that up yet, but I want to try and get some. So I might try to make like a light version and a heavy version of a vehicle with the same sort of specs, and then see what kind of difference it makes. There we go. Oh my goodness, the front suspension collapsed on this thing. Oh no. Boys, this is going to be a three-wheel. This is going to be a no-wheeled run. What the heck? If it had kept the wheel on the left back, I would have been fine. But I'm going to have to do it again just because it's disintegrating. Okay, this time, because this is run number 4, and my desire is to not DNF anybody in this. I'm gonna try to baby this pretty much throughout the rest of the course, so we just get a time on the board. That's the goal. Actually, third gear is nicer. Just give me a run. Just give me a time. Based Terraformer. Oh, that was rough. I do remember when I was talking about the RX-7. Is there something specific that you wanted to mention about it? I think I was saying, I was talking I was telling you guys a story about how I saw one that was deteriorating in somebody's driveway and I wanted to buy it. But I didn't buy it, so missed the RX-7 life. I'm kind of, these days, I don't know, I'm afraid of certain types of engines in cars. Definitely rotary engines are on that list because of a lot of things. And mostly just because I don't know anything about them, so if I was to buy a car with a rotary engine, it would be like a huge learning experience. At the moment, I just don't have time, but in the future, we'll see. Okay, this is the furthest I've ever been with this thing. It actually sounds really good at part throttle, third gear, revving up from 4 to 5,000 RPM. It's got a nice meaty sound to it. When it's consistent, that is. Oh, don't you flip on me. Yeah, no, I definitely would need to be on YouTube pretty much full-time, figuring things out. Like, I'm kind of that person who over-researches stuff before I buy them, so that's pretty much exactly what I'd be doing. 227, pretty good time. 300. Considering how badly I was doing there, and how slow I was attempting to go, that's not terrible. Next one is Bob Like Other Bobs, the Van AAS. Ooh, this one looks serious. Let's give it a go. Up next, after this one, by the way, we have a Mercedes Sprinter van, which is going to be interesting. Yeah. And then after that, the Scuffed Minnow. And then Aero Racer's car. And I believe they're in the chat. Same situation with a Mercedes. Interesting. So you found a dilapidated Mercedes and you want to buy it? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, speaking of spam, I have received spam on my phone. Lovely. Okay, this thing is serious looking. Oh my goodness. Hey, okay, good. Because your car is coming up in the next 4-ish. Next 3 after this one. This is a serious looking beast. The engine is really far back. That must be a specific design choice. Oh no. Wheels are huge and they're a good offset as well. This is the body, by the way, that kind of is winning almost all the spots in the showcase. For whatever reason, this specific truck chassis is extremely good in this, so let's do it. Let's see what it'll do. No room to store it. See, that is always the problem, isn't it? That's exactly the issue that I had as well. I was living at my parents' house when I saw that RX-7, and I wouldn't have been able to put it anywhere because my dad would have been very unhappy to see it in the driveway. These days, if it was cheap, I could just put it in my backyard or something. It wouldn't be a big deal. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. This one looks serious, but it's a little more difficult to drive than I thought it might be. It might be a gearing issue, actually, with the turbo. I think it's a turbo V6. But if this was a V8, probably naturally aspirated, I think it would be better. No turbo lag. And, oh my goodness. One more time. Come on. I don't want to lose it this time, and we've never even made it past the first corner, so this is a tough one to drive. I'm gonna have to go slow-ish. A little bit more controlled. The, like, top car in the showcase was with this body. Very similar layout to this truck, but it was, like, So smooth. Whoever made that one was, like, extremely good job on the suspension. Oh, that was a jump. Okay, good, it managed to land it. Gonna go down into first. Oh, that was bad. That's really bad. No, no, no. One of the wheels is screwed. I can already see it. Oh, no. I think I broke, like, a sway bar or something. Yeah, no. Anything about being a contender is now through and over because this is run number 3. And I'm going to have to dance my way to the finish line using a very broken front end. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is becoming harder and harder to control. I don't think I've ever simultaneously broken the front 2 wheels this way before. It's like, this is a whole new breakage level that I've encountered here. I think this car, under the right circumstances, has got a ton left in it, though. It is extremely fast, even with the broken wheels. You can see this time is going to be a good one, even with this damage. Oh, no! Yeah, even with damage, it still managed to get a 217. You know this thing has some serious business behind it. 17.792. Let me just quickly load up this next one, the Mercedes Sprinter van, or knockoff Mercedes. Sprinter Baja is right here. Made by Name Here. That is not a placeholder, that is actually their name. Your town does not allow parking unplated cars anywhere outside. Ouch. Yeah, I think they have a similar setup here, but still, there are a lot of unplated cars randomly in places. Like, my Tibron is in my driveway. It's plated, it's not fully insured. But it's just kind of there, and thankfully I haven't gotten any complaints about it. At one point, I did have a infinity wreck in my driveway for a bit, which is not good. But again, I didn't get any complaints. I see, actually on my street, there's a guy that has a dilapidated El Camino in his backyard. And you can see it from the road, although it's not super obvious. You have to kind of dig in there a little bit, especially with the snow. So if people were handing out tickets for that kind of stuff, I'm sure that guy would be first. The thing's been there for years. The entire time that I've been here, at the very least. Okay, this one is an interesting one. I've been looking forward to this big, long wheelbase stuff because it's not particularly fast, but it should be relatively easy to control. And this is basically an overlanding rig, so I guess makes it a little easier. Oh, that's rough. 2 Mercedes, one with wheels, and one on wood pallets. Before you take any car out of eternal hibernation, you gotta figure out why it's there in the first place. I think that would probably be the first thing to consider. It's like, if they park this Mercedes on wood pallets, why is it there? Is the engine screwed? Is the transmission gone? Is there something major in the driveline that's messed up? Is the maintenance just too much for whoever owns it? That's the kind of stuff that you probably want to ask. Or it could have had a critical failure and then they just decided to park it. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess that would make sense if they're making bank off of that. I'm sure the tow truck drivers are making a lot of money off of it too. goodness. I guess because I live a little bit more into the country, it's a little bit easier to store cars in your lawn. Okay, not on your lawn. I'm sure you'd get a ticket if it was on your lawn, but in your driveway, in your fenced-in backyard, you're probably okay. Like, my neighbors are all quite old, and I do think that they would be the type of people to complain about that sort of thing, but thankfully I'm on good terms with them. So, yeah, they would talk to me first if they found it to be annoying, I think. Honestly, I think a lot of the older people, they were worried when my wife and I were moving in. It's like, oh no, young couple coming in, they're just gonna make a bunch of noise. But yeah, thankfully we're not that way. Up next, we got the Scuffed Minnow Baja. Interesting. You know, I just say, I'm like, oh, I'm so quiet, so peaceful. I have a non-mufflered go-kart in my garage right now that I have taken up and down the street several times. I'm not exactly that peaceful. I try to be mindful of other people's noise levels and stuff, but yeah, no, I've definitely broken some things, some noise violation rules in the past. Country is very rural, lots of farming, but one city is trying to make it more upscale. I see. Alright, we got another big wheelbase ute here, sort of an El Camino Ranchero style. Let's give it a go. This one is all-wheel drive. I like the use of the bumper. This is an off-road bumper that they've chromed and put upside down. That is very unusual, but I like it. I like that use of that fixture. Usually it's just like an off-road spec thing. I've placed it, not put in it. That's not real words. I've put that on a Jeep before. Oh, turbo all-wheel drive is so strange for an older vehicle like this. It's like a tuner car with an old car body. Yeah, we got the Ranchero Evo here. Oh my goodness. Yes! No! That was a nose drive there, directly into the sand. Honestly, this one has got some good potential just because of how large the wheelbase is. Again, huge wheelbases tend to do pretty darn well in this showcase, so pleased whenever I see a vehicle with that. It's always easier to control. But boys and grills, we got like, what's that, 7 cars after this? That's not that much. That's good. It's been an hour and a half, and I think this stream will end before it gets out of control. I'm glad that stream on Tuesday went well, because I was able to do a lot of cars in that time. Okay, here we go. Coming around the corners, coming around the bumps. Oh, that's a tough one for the back end. Oh, goodness. Keep it together. There we go. We're good. That sort of ridge there is absolutely deceiving. There is there is a very easy line to go through there to tip yourself over, and a very fine line to keep it together, and I often miss. Alright, that's a 2:16, very good time. To 16.525. Up next, we have the Nakamura LT, made by Aero Racer. This one looks proper Baja, so let's hope for the best. Goodness. I'm gonna check on the new video, see how things are going. Surprisingly good, thank goodness. I was, light truck. Okay, thank you. Appreciate the clarification. But I've been trying to, like, bring back the channel a little bit. Some of the recent videos haven't been doing so hot, so... Every successful video is another push forwards, and I feel good about it. I think we're ready for some more trophy truck nonsense. By nonsense, I mean good jumping and bumping and stuff. This one feels good, though. I think it's going to be a decent run. Okay. So far, so good, and it's using the correct body. I'll just have to keep this, like, 90s truck in mind for future off-road showcases, because this thing is so OP. We need to definitely be using it for my own purposes as well. Honestly, when I get lazy with my automation builds, I tend to just remake my old stuff into something else. Oh no! That was the worst possible way to take that jump. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Let me try that again. Oh no, I wouldn't get a copyright strike for mentioning a brand. Or even a brand's logo being in a video, I'm likely not to get a copyright strike for. It's music that you gotta be most worried about on YouTube. And also movies as well, if you show any like movie clips. A lot of those channels that review movies and stuff, like if you want to be really safe, you can't show clips, at least in their native format. Some bot is gonna pick it up and then you're gonna get demonetized or copyright striked. Likely copyright striked, because they want your ad revenue. YouTube's copyright system is still broken, but thankfully it's not that broken. Talking about Aero Racer's vehicle here, extremely smooth, extremely fast, very happy in third gear. So good, actually. I think if I can keep it together and not do what I did before with the old wheel split that I did on the jump the first run, this is going to be a very, very solid run. Good engine and suspension tuning. This one is actually turbo, which is strange for the good runs. A lot of the good runs happen to be with naturally aspirated engines, from my own feeling, but who knows what the top leaderboard will be. Oh, it's bouncy through here. You gotta just commit, I think. Full send. Oh no! Oh, I lost another wheel. Okay, alright. One more time. One more go. I'm getting sweaty. Palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. Let's see. I always want to take the best out of the cars, but obviously it's person limited. I'm only so good. Nice, nice. Okay, I'm gonna slow down for this so I can get it straight on. Oh, pretty good. A little bit bouncier than it needed to be, though. Oh, that was rough. That was a little slow. Ooh, I'm trying. The stream's actually a little quieter than I thought it would be, but I think people are holding up for the next... No! No! Can we limp it? Oh, it's... fourth run. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to do fourth run. When it loses 2 wheels, we're screwed. 1 wheel I can do. 2 wheels I cannot do. Somebody asking me if I have a drift car. In real life, no. In RC, yes, I have a Sylvia drift car. I'm not really interested in drift, just in a general way. I don't know. I don't find drift to be that interesting. I'm more into, in terms of motorsport, I'm more into rally, I would say, and I guess touring cars. I generally like race cars that are based on production models more than like the super chassis built exclusively for racing. I just find that to be more interesting. I know that drift cars often qualify for that, normal cars built for motorsport, but I don't know. Okay, this time I've got to be able to keep this thing straight. This is the fourth run, and there are no DQs allowed here, so I'm going to keep going. If I end up losing 2 wheels this time, I don't know what the heck I'm going to do. We're going to have to just assign it a 5-minute time. Okay, not 5 minutes. It's definitely quicker than that. We could maybe, if I do, okay, I should be not putting doubt on myself, but we could do an unofficial time, I guess. And just say, doesn't qualify for the leaderboard, but it managed to do a 2-minute, 15-second run, something like that. Okay, last time I went a little too sendy in here and I lost it. This time I'm being a little bit more careful. And I think it paid off. Oh yes, oh yes. We're gonna get a run in. It's gonna be a good run. Oh my goodness. Ooh, 211. Oh, that is third place. I think that one has killed Turbo Crash's third place piece. 11163. Oh, ouch. Nicely done, though. Very nicely done. That one was an easy run. This one is made by the same guy that made the giant box car. And it is the BMW E30. Although I believe we've run a very similar E30 before. I'm going to screw up the spreadsheet for a second. Yeah, so the rectangular prism was the other one that we ran from this creator. From this builder, I should say. Let's give this BMW a go. I feel like I've run this one before. Am I having BMW-based deja vu here? Has he learned? Has he truly learned? Oh well. Okay, well, hold on a sec. Oh, this is probably the wrong car. I think I've loaded up the wrong car. It's this one that we're running. I'm an idiot. No wonder. I almost ran the wrong car. Oh, that would have been so funny. But so bad as well. Oh, man. That's why I was like, goodness, this feels so similar. But yeah, no, it's this is blue one instead. Alrighty, let's hope that this BMW is quick. Ikai Min always makes good cars, and is in fact the winner of the Drag Race Showcase with a very sketchy vehicle. But it was fast. It was ridiculously fast. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm glad I caught that, because this one is much different than the other one. It's not Ute as the other one was. It's got some massive wheel arches, and even though it's more rally-ish, it does have huge wheels and hopefully decent rear suspension considering how tall it is. No ESC, thinking ahead. I expect good things from this one. Okay, my expectations were good here. I should expect more of myself in terms of the driving abilities. Oh, that was darn close. This thing is fast though, if I can keep it straight. The answer to that is actually not at all so far. Every single bump it gravitates towards. Oh, that was a really crazy way to do that. Okay, I gotta be more careful on that entrance. This thing is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh no. Okay, I think that upset the run. It was a scruffy run anyways. Yeah, the wheels are tweaked. It lands on its feet despite the tweaked wheels. Let's do it again. Yeah, we only got 6 left. 1 rear wheel drive as well. That'd be Rob's car. Sorry to put yours so down on the list, by the way. Okay, this time I'm not going to do what I did before where I ran way off the line. It seems to be happier if you kind of just pick your line better than what I've been doing. Like there, that's a much better line through there than what I had before. I honestly feel like this car is just the outcome of really decent suspension tuning. The back end is up way higher than a lot of the cars we've seen, and it works. Like it doesn't pop up like you might think it would. Oh, that bush was definitely a problem. Oh no! Send it! Send it! Oh my goodness. Get back on the track. I think this one has a chance to do something great here. Even with my crazy mishaps and basically keeping it in the bush half the run, I feel like it's got something decent hidden in it. If I can pull that out, I'm not sure. Oh my goodness. This one is very robust. I know I damaged it in the last run, but it is so strong. Don't you roll over on me, boy. The wheels are tweaked. This is not going to be fully representative of its capabilities. But second gear pull. That's a 205. First place. Oh my goodness. 205. There was more in that. There was a lot more in that. I'm sorry, Aero Racer, you've been kicked out of third. The time to beat now is 2:05 in Class 7. Next one is made by PDK Saurus. It's the Gaston. I cannot spell. The Gaston Martini DG7, lightly modified. Just a little, just a touch. Welcome, Enzo Ferrari. Welcome back from the grave. Please loan me your cars. I would like to drive a Ferrari one day. Not in the winter though, that would be devastating. New videos still doing excellent. I appreciate the support. Things are going great. The Baja Bus is up next from Buzzy. Baja Bus, why did you have to do this to me? It's huge, and I'm excited about it. Alrighty. Up next, we have another one that's got some interesting tuning. The rear is up high, seems to be a specific thing that works well. Although this one potentially with ESC and a turbo. No ESC, thankfully. Oh, this one is quick too, goodness. Oh! Yeah, I think Ikai did, or Ikai? Akai did things well in the sense of submitting a kind of ridiculous stupid car for one of the runs. Basically the giant rectangle. And then submitting a really serious one for another class. I think that's a fun way to do things. Yeah. Oh, that's a bump. Oh, goodness. Yeah, if you want to learn... Oh, wow, this is a different way of doing this that we haven't done before. But if you want to learn how to tune and stuff, the Discord is a good place to do it. I honestly don't have that many tips. I'm learning with everybody else here. Oh, no. See, I'm having a hard time keeping this one straight, but it is darn quick. Once it gets moving, it really gets moving. Oh, that was smooth. That was not right. Oh, tweaked. I'm gonna do that again. Okay, there we go. Occasionally when you reset, it does not reset the checkpoints, which is unfortunate. I'm going to try my best to not tweak it on that section again. I was like, oh yeah, it's so perfect, and then, no. It was not perfect. Not perfect at all. Thoroughly flawed is how I would describe most of my runs. Ooh, that was nice though. That was very nice. Running through this section nice and smooth as well. Yes. No. Okay, different line. This is the mountain range line. Baja Yugo? Yeah, I don't... Well, actually, somebody did submit a Baja Yugo, i.e. Buzzy, but it was run in a different class. That was a close one, by the way. That was exceptionally close. The stream tomorrow is gonna be the rest of the 1600 class, and it's gonna be the finale, basically, the last little bit of the showcase where we'll drop some awards off on various vehicles for the fastest time in the showcase and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just it's gonna be a good one. I'm excited to finish this off. Oh, please keep it together. Don't do that again. This is gonna be a fast car too. What the heck? Okay, second gear. Bumps again. This section down here is absolutely killer on the times. It's hard to go through here fast. You basically have to stop the first bump and then hammer it out the second. That is a 208. Ooh, 4th place for this car. Not bad at all. 208,692. Seems like I'm getting faster. Up next, Baja Bus. Do not discount the power of the Baja Bus. This could be something special. Who knows? The long wheelbase. It's huge. It could be good. That's all I'm saying. Could be a genius in the making here. Or it could have a 200 horsepower diesel look-alike and be absolutely trash. But I don't think that's the case. Oh, we only got 4 cars left. Oh my goodness. These are not made by me. These are made by members of the community. So the thing is, this is a showcase, which means that on the spreadsheet that you can see on the left, I have a list of everybody who's let's go here, who's entered. It's got 1,000 horsepower. Oh, that's good to know. But I have a list of everybody who's entered in their cars, and then we just basically run through it in beamng. So, Baja Bus. Let's see how this one does. I'm curious. Oh. 1,000 horsepower, big stacks out the back. I like what's going on here. This one is not transporting school children. We know that for sure. Maybe racers to the Baja. We could write a whole story for this vehicle. Okay, being a massive, long wheelbase vehicle, we get this crazy zoomed out view, which is unusual. But I don't expect this thing to struggle with the basic bumps at all. Like, the only thing it's going to have trouble with is really just here and the corner after it. We got to crest this. Too much. And then we got to make this turn without dying. That's actually decent. And now I could just hammer it pretty much all the way to the finish. That's my anticipation at the very least. Actually, now that I think about it, the final corner might be a bit of a handful, but it should be good. Oh my goodness! Baja Bus, Baja Bus. I mean, it's self-writing. I'm gonna try that again. Alright, this time I didn't rev it up at the start. I don't think it needs it. Yeah, it's got good power. There's no doubt about the power. It is interesting on some of the bumps, though. Man, oh man. I like the largeness of the wheels because it just soaks up everything. And the wheelbase as well. Okay, this time I'm gonna go slower around the jump. Or up the jump, I guess. Basically, that. It very easily clears that. Like, literally no trouble. Okay. There we go. And now I just need to be more careful instead of just hammering it. Although, full send is definitely my motto today. Oh my goodness. Hold it together. I want a good time out of the Baja Bus. I'm gonna keep up the chant. Baja Bus, Baja Bus, Baja Bus. Yes, the last corner is in sight up there. We just got to get through this section, which is honestly easy in this thing. Oh yeah, no, easy peasy. Holy crap, this thing is so quick. 135. That is ridiculous. Oh no! Keep it together, Baja Bus. It's literally on track for a ridiculous finish. No! Are you kidding me? No, look at the time! 201, it's first place and it went over with 3 wheels. The Baja Bus. Baja Bus, Baja Bus, Baja Bus. How is this the fastest thing in the entire showcase? That was a ridiculously good time, except for the back end when I fell over like twice. How the heck? That is somehow one of the fastest cars in the entire showcase. Alright, up next we have the Pushy. I don't think I'm going to be able to get over that one. 3-wheel finish, first place. I honestly thought that was it. I was like, oh man, I'm going to have to do this run again, but it just sent it. It's first place anyway. It's first place by 4 seconds. Like, that's significant. Yikes. Well, the change-up has been done in the scoreboard over the course of the last 3 streams for this class. That is, first place and second place have been dethroned, and we now have first, second, and 207 is third, I guess. The lowest of the 207s, at least. Crazy, crazy fast. Okay, next one. Pushy 595 Baja Class 7 by Januar 666. Porsche. Porsche. Let's do it. Oh, it has an ESC. Okay, we're going this way. 595. Yeah. It's got a... Well, that's not really rear. That's mid-engine boxer. They're keeping to that Porsche spirit, that's for sure. Oh man, this thing is difficult. It is all-wheel drive. Yeah, with the Baja bus, when I saw that we were going... On the last checkpoint, I saw 135. I was like, oh my goodness. Usually cars are crossing that at like 157, just to put it in perspective. So that's kind of how I tell. At this point, I've done so many runs, I can tell when it's going to be a good time, exclusively based on the last checkpoint's time. Oh, that was clean. Oh my goodness, that was clean. That was one of the cleanest hops in the entire showcase there. Beautiful. What I'd love to do one time is a showcase highlights thing, but there's just so much footage. I don't know if I'd be able to do it. There's just way, way too much. Okay, Porsche, keep it together. Or should I say, Porsche, keep it together. No! I always used to say Porsche, but I'm genuinely not sure what the right pronunciation is. So now I just say Porsche. How would they say it in Germany? That's gotta be the right way to do it. Oh my goodness. Okay, this car is actually not bad on the, oh! Not bad on the bumps. The small bumps are a little hairy, though. Pre-built or custom PC? Oh yeah, no, totally custom. My PC is very custom. I made it myself. Porsche, not Porsche. I appreciate it. 230, yeah, no, ESC killed the time for this car. Oh my goodness! Wheelie the way out of there. Okay, there we go. 253. A little bit slower than some of our previous... Hey, if you're German, then how would you pronounce Porsche? Is it Porsche or Porsche? Or is there any distinction between it? Next one. This is the SPX Bah Humbug, which is indeed in the Class 7, even though I had accidentally put it in the wrong class before. Apologies, but now it's fixed. Let's get into the beefiness here. When you're talking about custom PCs, I like computers, so I just want to talk about it for a sec. If you're making a low-powered office PC, just buy one. Don't even bother. But if you're going high-power gaming stuff, always build it. You'll get better value. Low-end gaming stuff, you're probably better to just buy a used system. But if you want brand new, pre-built isn't too bad. Somebody hacked your account and they made a pink and white and brown Beetle. Let's give it a go. Yeah, building PCs is an absolute load of fun, and I actually enjoy building PCs more than using them sometimes. I built them for my friends, I built them for my brothers, I built 2 PCs for myself. Oh, ESC, unfortunate. Darn. But yeah, no, PCs are a ton of fun. I love building PCs. Oh, it's just really dark red. It kind of looks brownish red in BeamNG at least. Obviously, BeamNG distorts colors significantly, so. Once you get going though, it isn't slow. I remember you asking me specifically to hate on this car while I was driving it, so I gotta come up with some things to say. Yeah, I mean, PCs these days are actually pretty decent, like, just in a general sense, so you'll probably be able to run BeamNG on a 500 euro PC. Depending on how decent the graphics card is. You'll have to have something decent. But, like, if I had $500 or euros or whatever and I was gonna play BeamNG, I would get a used PC. Oh, that's rough. Oh, it landed though. And I don't think it's damaged. No, clean. I've actually been thinking, now that you brought that up, by the way, I'm thinking about PCs again. Another one of my hobbies that's like entrenched in my brain somewhere that I dig out every once in a while. And I've been thinking about doing a $500 BeamNG PC, literally exactly your situation, but just by buying used stuff. Like, people sell graphics cards on Kijiji, which is like Craigslist, or just like a used site for things. Not eBay though. You actually have to pick things up most of the time. But people sell them locally for cheap. Like, I found a 1080 Ti, 250 bucks, and the HDMI port isn't working. So it's like, okay, I'll just use DVI. We're good. But if I could get a 1080 Ti, that'll run BeamNG no problem, right? So you just need a decent base system for another 250 bucks, slap in a 1080 Ti, and boom, you're good. You got a BeamNG PC for 500 bucks. And that's assuming you can't even talk the guy down. Obviously, 250 is the asking price. You could probably get it for 200 bucks at the very least. Maybe a bit less if you're decent at bargaining. Okay, and the Beetle has crested the end with a ridiculous flip at 254. $1050 Ti, yeah, 1050 Ti is a little out of date these days. But as long as it plays games, I'm, like, I don't really... Oh, yeah, this one is made by Sure As Can Be, by the way. And it is the last car in Class 7, and it's also the thumbnail car of Class 7, so... yeah, 1050 Ti is lagging behind for sure. You could probably get a 3050, and that would be a really good upgrade, or go AMD. But yeah, even with like the 400 series is coming out, so the 400 series is out. I'm behind in the times, so the 3000 series is a really good place to be. 2070 is not enough. Ouch. 3070 Ti. That's going to be a huge jump from your 1050 Ti. And yeah, Rob, I appreciate the submission. Thank you. Apologies that your time was not amazing, but I gave it my best. Now, let's talk about this one. This is created by Sure As Can Be, and it is the title card for Class 7 and the one that I personally like the most. I think this just fits the spirit of Class 7 really well. It is massive, and at the same time, is super well detailed. Taking a look at the interior again, we have a bunch of boys in here. We actually have, I think there's 4 guys in here, but like a full setup on the inside. The gauges actually work. Okay, those gauges don't work, but those ones do. Yeah, it's just really, really cool. Is it day for me? You know what? It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's do this one again. See what kind of time we can get with this Beetle thing. I feel like this is going to be a good time. goodness, it's loud as heck. Oh, it didn't like that. Does it drive as good as it looks? Yeah, it's not bad. Definitely not bad. Oh, that was clean around that corner. That was extremely clean. Will we get a new podium finish out of this car? It is entirely possible, honestly. Oh, if I don't do that. Actually, I think it lived. It did not buckle any components. Oh no, it's not manual. Didn't seem to buckle any components when I landed hard there. Yeah, I'll do more PC videos soon. My work has a ton of ancient PCs just kicking around, and I'm gonna get up the guts one day to just be like, hey, can I take these? I want to try and run some games on them, specifically for the channel. Oh, that's rough. Okay, boys, let's see, let's see. I'm going hard. I'm trying my best. This has got to be the most fair run of the showcase. The last one. Oh, no! Now that was a roll. Goodness. I'm going to do it again. Just to give it a fair shot. 20... Oh, it's 10 o'clock for you guys? What the heck? 22. Goodness here. Okay. It actually, when you line up straight, it takes those bumps, no problem. No questions asked. Oh man, it holds the gears really well too, surprisingly for what I'm assuming is a dual clutch. This time I'm going to take this better. In fact, I'm going to take it nearly perfectly. That was beautiful. And then we're going to climb through this. Oh man, guys. It feels good to be done Class 7. It feels like an accomplishment. But, I mean, I'm not quite there yet, I guess. Don't you lose it on me. Don't you dare. No! That was a huge series of bumps. But she comes out easily. Oh my goodness, get back on the course. Get back on the course. Oh man, I feel like this car has a lot more time in it. I'm just not getting out of it. Just likely due to my own style and various other things like crashing and rolling and continuing and stuff. Much like the Baja bus, there's a lot more time in it, and this one I feel like is very similar. I'm not going to look at the clock though, I just gotta race through this. It actually is probably best to cut that corner on the inside there. Yeah, this run, quite scruffy. No damage, it seems, to the car, even after tumbling ridiculously, but I feel like I could do a lot better. That is a 2:14 for the finale of the Class 7 part of the showcase. It's time to hand out some awards for Class 7, so bear with me for a second as I make sure to make this large enough for you guys to see. Window capture. Oh, it's locked. Okay. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, nice and large. First place goes to Buzzy and the Baja bus. Easily the fastest car that we've run in terms of Class 7. Very easily taking the victory there. Second place goes to Ikai Min with the BMW. Very nicely done. Very nicely done, in fact. let's see. Next is gonna have to be 207, I believe. We have a 208 here, but I think this one, all the way up here, 207, going to British Nut, is third place. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that to be correct, looking at the spreadsheet real quick. But yeah, congratulations to the winners. That is excellent. You guys did great. Class 7 is finally done. Whew, it has been an interesting showcase run here in Class 7. Lots of varying cars, tons and tons of different styles of things, all under one roof. But it has been a lot of fun to run these cars. And I'm looking forward to... Oh man, the chat is going slowly again. I'm looking forward to... Let's put that there. The next stuff tomorrow. We're going to be running through the 1600 class. You can see the spreadsheet for it here. Lots of fun stuff. We're going to be starting off right here. Front wheel drive is the name of the game on this one. And I'm excited to see how that goes. But until then, guys, thank you for watching the stream. Be sure to like this video and this stream if you liked it. And I'll see you again tomorrow, likely around the same time, maybe a little bit later, for class 1600. It's the Baja buggies and stuff that are up next. The Mitsubishi Evo fund did not grow during this stream, but I still am thankful for everybody being here. And yeah, we'll try to have a good finale tomorrow, and we'll just kind of see what we can do. So yeah, thanks everybody. Thank you for watching. See you again soon.